That sinking feeling? Oh my god. This episode of SpongeBob SquarePants sucks. Here are the reasons why I hate this episode in my opinion. The episode starts when it is a beautiful day on Conch Street, where SpongeBob and Patrick are giggling and playing by running back and forth between their houses, passing through Squidward's yard in the process, referred to as a walkway. Squidward opens up his blinds to look out of his window, and this annoys him because they are running in his yard the whole time. He finally loses his temper and walks outside to get mad with them. He stops SpongeBob and Patrick with 2 suction cups and screams at them about playing in his yard. SpongeBob explains to Squidward about doing so, they're technically playing in their own yards and that they're using his yard as a walkway. Squidward now wants to make them choose which one of their yards to play in, and leave his yard out of the situation. Patrick thinks he's very good at choosing, but can't decide which yard to play in that day, and finally lets Squidward choose. He separates SpongeBob and Patrick from each other by putting them in their own yards and draws a box around his to prevent either of them from going through his yard, and then goes inside his own house. The two panic and think that they will never see each other again. SpongeBob tries to walk across the road, but the traffic is terrible, and just at that moment wants Patrick to do something. Patrick tries to squeeze himself into the mailbox in order to get to SpongeBob's house, but as soon as he manages to get into the mailbox, the stem breaks, the mailbox tips over and immediately explodes once it hits the ground. SpongeBob wants to let Patrick sit tight, ties himself to the mailbox, and slingshots himself over to Patrick, but it does not seem to work. SpongeBob now has an idea and wants Patrick to see, so they think to dig a tunnel underneath their houses. They eventually meet up and start playing. Squidward can hear them playing, so he goes outside, but they are not in his yard. He looks in SpongeBob's and Patrick's houses, but they are not there either, although Squidward sees Gary out on the rooftop enjoying the sun. Squidward cannot find them anywhere, and eventually, this sends Squidward into a rage as he believes SpongeBob and Patrick have finally become ghosts, so he shouts, "Where are they?" and starts jumping up and down. This causes the roots underground to wiggle, and SpongeBob and Patrick think they are dancing, so they start doing so. This sinks Squidward's house and he finally realizes that they're underground the whole time, so he enters his house through the roof hatch. Squidward comes out of his house and makes SpongeBob and Patrick dig it back out while he relaxes, but Patrick accidentally breaks Squidward's window and SpongeBob accidentally lets all the dirt flood Squidward and himself out of the house. Now extremely angry, Squidward threatens SpongeBob and Patrick if they don't obey him and dig out his house by the count of 3, Squidward is going to turn them into chum, kill them, which shocks them. SpongeBob and Patrick dig more, but it is not enough to dig the house out completely, so when Squidward reaches 3, they start running away in panic from Squidward, who furiously chases them as they keep digging more tunnels to escape. As they are doing this, SpongeBob and Patrick sink all the buildings in Bikini Bottom, including their own houses, downtown, and even the Krusty Krab. Plankton then realizes that the Chum Bucket is the only restaurant in town, but it sinks too. After a whole lot of digging, SpongeBob and Patrick come to a rock, but are unable to go any further, and a furious Squidward corners toward them. After he yells at them and they tearfully apologize before anticipating the inevitable, all of Bikini Bottom sinks underground. Sometime later, SpongeBob, Squidward, and other Bikini Bottomites are seen digging out Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob says another beautiful day under Bikini Bottom, and Squidward puts on a mining helmet and saying, "I hate neighbors," as the episode comes to a conclusion. And that's why I hate this episode. I don't know who likes or hates this episode. So I'm just going to leave it be. Screw that sinking feeling. And screw fear of a Krabby Patty. Graveyard Shift is 100 septillion times better than that sinking feeling. End of rant.